Bonjour and welcome to a new unboxing video, and today we're going to talk about Batman. Way! And this is a Batman action figure done by Beast Kingdom. They do all kind of weird stuff, I would say, and they have quite a few nice deluxe action figures as well. So I'm actually looking forward to opening that, even though it's not really the type of thing that I collect. But I was attracted by the fact that it's actually the same scale as Mego. So we're going to see how it compares to Amigo. I mean, of course, it's no comparison to Amigo because this is one of those deluxe, very hyper realistic figures, whereas of course Amigo are more toyetic. So the collection is called Dynamic Action Heroes, and this is the Batman 1989, so it is the version from the Tim Burton movie, played by Michael Keaton. So I'm looking forward to see that with you, discover it with you. This is the front. The side has just a logo, and of course in the back they've got the description with everything that's included, and there's a huge amount of things. So without any further ado, we're going to open this. So they are quite easy to open, so let's put this here. After all, this, yeah, this way you can see it. And inside you do have actually a little, what I would call protection sheet, which we can remove to reveal the actual figure. So of course it's black on black on black, so you won't see a lot of things, but there's actually a lot. So let's open this. It's always complicated with those things. Let's try and get that out. I think the best way to do this is to reverse it. We do have one of those lovely silicone gel package. You remember, they are not sweeties and you shouldn't eat them. There is a little instruction booklet in case you don't know what Batman is supposed to look like, but of course there's tiny little things with the accessories, so I'm going to keep that actually aside. We do have a little tray, and the little tray contains all kind of accessories. And we've got the grappler gun here, we do have a batarang, we do have some shurikens, we do have some of the capsules that he adapts to his gun, and we do have the little footrest that he uses to lift himself with the grappler. So so we're going to look at this, but as those are really very tiny, they are not really the priority, but we'll have a look at them. And now we're going to get to the rest. So we do have a little tray, and we're going to get the figure first because that's what everybody wants to see, and it looks absolutely amazing. So the thing to know about that figure is that of course it does have a closed cape. I'm going to, because it does have rod in the cape so that you can actually shape the cape the way you want. If you can see, you can actually shape it. The reason why I want to open the cape is so that you can see the body, even though there's probably another way of doing that. So here is the Batman figure. It really looks very good. Of course, he's got the same problem as Michael Keaton in the movie, can't turn his head because of the costume. But underneath, and I think the best way, I'm going to try and see if I can, yes, I'm going to fold back, because that's actually how pliable that cape is. So you do have, the interesting thing is that even though there are some plastic bits here, those are actually pieces of armor that are on a type of leather costume. So there is actually a proper costume. I mean, if you will see it better actually in the back, because you do have the armor bit here, and you can see under the armor that it's got the pleather, and of course it's got a little swimming trunk, and you can also see at the back of the knee that this is actually pleather in spite of the armor bits that are on top. So it's actually very, very nicely done. I'm not quite sure how many points of articulation this has, but I would expect it as at least 25 or 26, as it's a very common thing, because of course it does have the knee, it's got the twisted, it's got even the toe. It's very difficult for you to, it's problem with all those people in black, it's very difficult to show you, but basically you do have all kind of way that you can articulate this, so lots of articulation. And the interesting thing that we're going to work on, I'm going to make it look a bit nice. What I'm going to do is, because there is one thing that you can do with this, is basically the head. I'm going to show you the head actually in a, this is really a very, very cool head. The reason why I'm actually removing the head is because actually you can actually have, there is another cone which is, I don't know how different it is. There must be some slight differences, and you can actually, because there's the bits that we haven't looked at yet. I mean, I'm not going to get them out, all of them, but you actually have, first of all, you can swap the hands. I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pairs, 8 hands that with different articulations, so that you can do plenty of things. So this one is probably for the grappling gun, I suppose. But what you can also do, because you will see that this cowl doesn't have a face, you do have, I'm going to try, and it's going to be difficult to show you, but literally you do have those bits which are small version of the face, so that you can actually, so you do have a different face. Is that yeah, that's a slightly different. He's almost smiling on the other one, but he's not smiling and smiling. So you do have that, and there is another one here. I'm actually testing this because I've never had any of those, so I don't know how nice they are, but they seem to be very long. And oh, and that's very, very unhappy Michael Keaton here. So that's actually a very cool way of doing it. I mean, I will show you, because that's basically when I said there's all those hands. I'm not going to get them all out, but you can actually swap so many of the hands. So you can swap the hand in so many ways. I'm sorry, I'm really not that great today. So here you go. You do have 6 and 2. That's 8. So that's 10 pair of hands, because it's got 2 already. We're going to put back the faces in the packaging, and we're going to give him back his face, because before I do, of course, you can remove the cape, so this way you can see actually the body a lot better. It looks weird, of course, without the head, but I think that's the best way to show you how nice the costume is, so that you can really see that there is a costume, and it's not only a plastic figure. So you've got all those articulation, so you can go this way, of course you can go this way, you can go this way. That's really a very, very nice articulated body. So of course they are Mego scale, so it really is an 8-inch figure, and we're going to give him back putting back the cape is actually fairly easy, and then putting back the head, I think it's actually very well designed. I'm not, as you probably know, I'm much more of a toy collector than some of those very expensive figures like Hot Toys or something like that, which have no real appeal for me. But I found that this is actually a happy medium, a happy compromise between Mego scale that I absolutely adore and the Hot Toy version, which is a bit too complicated for me. I mean, it's literally wasted on me. But anyway, we're going to, because we still have a few things to show you, because there's still stuff to get out, because we do have, there is actually a stand. So let's see. So you do have a stand, so with Batman, and you do have like a little grappler. So let's see what we can do with that. We're going to give him his, try and give him some interesting action pose so that you can see. So here you go. That is with the stand. So as you can see, I mean, that cape is huge. So with the stand, basically you can give him any position that you want, which is really very, very cool. I've kept the, and I was telling you that we do have hands that we can swap. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to change the hand. So you remove one hand and you put, so as you can see, it's, in spite of my issues with it, it's actually fairly easy to change the hand. And we're going to try and see what we can do. There's some accessories left. There is a huge accessory, which is of course the big grappler that he uses, but basically you actually put the this around his wrist, if I remember well how it's done in the movie. So I'm going to try and see if I can put that on his wrist. If I can't, because I'm not going to waste a lot of time, just going to show you. And what you can do is, like in the movie, he can actually, because that's how he would be firing it, he can fire it in both directions to have the cable on each side. So that's actually a very nice accessory. I think the quality is really good. And then we're going to show you the other accessories, which are absolutely tiny. So we do have a Batarang. The Batarang actually has a cable, so you actually have your Batarang with the cable to hold it. So I'm going to put that back because I wouldn't want to lose this, but this is really very nicely done. We do have the grappler gun that you can actually dismantle completely. So you do have the grappler gun. I do believe that with the grappler gun you should be, let me check, that's probably why they put some instruction actually. Because I'm stupid like that and I never check those things, but they don't say anything special about the accessories. Installation. Oh, basically they do explain on page which hand goes with which accessory, which is actually quite useful. You do have those tiny little pointy cartridge which you can actually use on the grappler gun if you want to do something different than using the grappler gun, which I think is really nice. It's very nicely done. We do have, of course, the communicator thing that he has. As I said, we do have the little foothold that he has to put under the cable when he's lifting. So you do have this little foothold here. I'm not getting the shurikens out because they are so tiny, and you do have the little pointy thing that you can put on the grappler gun as well. So that's actually very, 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 very good. I'm actually quite impressed because, as I said, it's really not my type of toys. So, and I wouldn't want to start yet another collection. But I may actually get one or two of those. There is actually a Nicholson Joker that I will definitely want to have. I mean, they've done other Batman characters. They've done the Dark Knight from the comic book. They've got. I'm pretty sure there is a Nolan version of the Batman. There's definitely the Joker from the Nolan movies done like that. So that's actually quite good. But I'm thinking that I would probably just keep to Michael Keaton because I always liked Michael Keaton as the Batman and a Joker, so that I can have both of them. So here we go. So this is the Batman 1989 from Beast Kingdom in their collection Dynamic Action Heroes, and when it says Action Heroes, it's eight action, as you can see, eight action. Let's see, that's a pun because it's 8 inches. So, but it's Action Heroes, and those are actually very cool, if a little bit expensive. I think that for most of those, you will find them between. The cheapest one I've seen was about £80, and it's the most expensive one I've seen was about 160 or 170. So those are not cheap figures. That's the other big difference with Mego. But if you are into that type of toys, I would definitely recommend that you try getting one of those if you've got a favorite character. I mean, that's, as far as I'm concerned, that's what I'm going to do. I do like the Keaton Batman, so I was quite happy to get the Keaton Batman. I don't think I would get others than the Keaton Batman, except that, as I said there, I will definitely get the Jack Nicholson Joker. But here you go. Here you go. He looks absolutely fantastic. He's 8 inches, and as I said, he looks really. It's at the same scale as the Mego figures, which is also very nice. You can do like super crossovers. Anyway, I will speak to you again soon. Bye.